Hey guys, welcome back to opening Digimon packs. Last time, we got some pretty fucking awesome cards. You're not going to be able to see them all that well in this one, but if you want to see the kind of really awesome cards we got last time, you better go watch the last episode. Because I'm just a bitch like that, and I want you to give me more views. Because we got to get fucking, monetized at some shit, bud. Anyway, we're here to open some more Digimon packs. Let's just get right into this shit since, I want to open like a couple more packs than I did last time. We got to start speeding this shit up. So watch it go. I think of you. I watch it go. Oh boy, I can't laugh all that much since I'm still sick. But hopefully I'll still bring that bombastic energy you guys love me for, or maybe that bombastic absolute fucking idiocy that you tolerate me for. Same difference, same difference. Anyway, first up we got a Bearmon. We've seen this card before, so as usual, if you want me to go over a card a bit more that I just skip over, go back to an earlier episode, my bud. Oh, okay, we got something interesting here. We got Masoyo Nightmon. It's a fusion between Dark Nightmon and Tawarmon, who's that guy who turns from the shit guy Damemon. Interesting looking art right here. Okay. Alright, well, he has that Digicross. It's a -2, so you could really only go down to 6 with him. That's a very high Digicross cost. Anyway, there's a lot of text. It's a very cool looking art. But, like a lot of text. Anyway, this card is also treated as Nightmon and Tawarmon. On play, when Digivolving, you may place one Digimon card with Nightmon in its name or Bagra Army in its traits from your hand or trash under this as its top Digivolution card. Under this Digimon as its top Digivolution card. So it doesn't go at the bottom. It goes at the top, right below the last Digimon. Interesting. Then if Tawarmon is in this Digivolution cards, de-Digivolve 3 of your opponent's Digimon. Okay. Then on deletion, you may return up to 2 black and or purple Digimon cards from your trash to your hand. I mean, you would kind of improve your stack a bit, but really, after you get this thing Digivolved, you'd want to Digivolve immediately afterwards, because this thing is just kind of shit with 8,000 DP. Sure, the de-Digivolve thing is kind of nice, but it depends on how many Digimon your opponent has. And if they have anything worthwhile, really. And that Digicross is just kind of useless, I would say. So, it's a 2 from a 5 black, so that might be what you'd want to go for this. So, it's an okay card. Okay, we got another ice statue. Palmon once again. Galgamon has returned. This is a new one, Dokunamon, the weird green version of Kunamon. Sadly, he is a vanilla. His art style kind of reminds me of that Madoki Botamon we saw at the very beginning of this entire thing. Cool looking art, but since he's a vanilla, he has no use for you. Maybe if you were to play the entire game with only vanillas, that would be an interesting idea. Like a setting of the game where you can only use vanillas as your cards, and just you can use as many tamers and options as you want, but you can only use vanilla Digimon. Interesting idea, but kind of a useless card. Next up, we got Magma Bomb. Guessing that's Meramon. It's kind of hard to see him since he looks like a very strange-looking Meramon. But that's my best guess right now. Anyway, Magma Bomb's ability is Magma Mom. Yes, my Magma Mom is when you would use this card if you have a red tamer in play, reduce the cost by 1. Then main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Then security, just activate the main effect. This is a pretty good card. They've only got one Digimon out. You could destroy a Mega or something. So if you've kind of been playing around to try and destroy their entire field, this could be a good finisher, because lowest just means whatever is lowest. If you only have one card, then that is the lowest. So lowest. Anyway, not a bad card. Maybe a little bit high of a cost, but the cost for life is always quite strife. Anyway, another Just Demonic Cell Arm. Now this is interesting art made by I can't pick it up. So, Tofuyuyu? I don't know. Very interesting art. A lot of shading. Anyway, it is a part purple, which is interesting. It's not half purple, but it can digivolve from purple things. Angemon's ability is on deletion. If you have a purple Digimon or Tamer in play, you may play one Devimon from your trash without paying costs. So, kind of like the Fallen Angel kind of thing. He turns from Devimon he turns from Angemon into Devimon. So, interesting ability. 5,000 for a champion isn't bad, but he has no inheritable. So, big sad. Anyway, let's keep a move on. Let's get a move on. Now I got Poison Powder, which I guess is from Palmon. I would think you would, call the card Poison Ivy, but, maybe that's just like a dub thing. Maybe, I don't know what they call her attack in the anime. In the anime version, yes. Anyway, Poison Powder's ability is, when you use this card, if you have a green Tamer, reduce the cost by 1, then main until the end of your opponent's turn, all of your Digimon gain, all turns, when this Digimon becomes suspended, lose 1 memory. So if they attack, they lose a memory. And then if other green cards help suspend, they'll lose memory. So, a pretty good card to use if you synergize it correctly. I like the art of just Palmon kind of spin. Alright, got Lady Devimon, the first appearance of Mirai in quite some time. I think we've probably looked at Mirai cards beforehand, but like they've been kind of disjointed from her Digimon themselves. She's one of the only tamers that has 2 Digimon, so it's interesting. Anyway, we've got Lady Devimon hanging out in the woods with Mirai, right next to one of those terminal things that you have to go after to save the world to get that junk data. Anyway, Lady Devimon's ability is when Digivolving, you may trash 1 card in your hand. If you do, return 1 Mirai Mikagura. Never knew her last name. Interesting. Or 1 card with Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel in its traits from your trash to your hand. Your turn, once per turn, when you would play Andromon or Mirai, gain 1 memory. I mean, it's most definitely DNA Digivolution fodder for Mastamon, but, it's not... I mean, it's okay. I like the art, really like the art. That 6,000 DP, though, suck. Gotta find something else. You gotta Digivolve pretty much immediately. Then Inheritable says, opponent's turn, while you have a yellow Digimon in play, all of your Digimon with Archangel, Angel, or Fallen Angel in their traits gains Retaliation. So, not bad, I guess. Whatever fights them will definitely take the other thing out, I guess. So, not a bad card, but it's most definitely meant to be used as DNA fodder. So, what's the next card? We got one of another secret rare. It is good old Bagramon, the main villain of Xros Wars. You can even see Moon Millennium Mon up there. You don't get to see those guys all that much. I do have a Millennium Mon card, but it was from the first set. I don't know if there's any Z Millennium Mons or Moon Millennium cards out. Guessing there might be, but I've just never encountered them yet. Anyway, Bagramon, the leader of the Bagra army, and a demon lord, I guess. His ability is on play when Digivolving. If your opponent has 1 or fewer Digimon in play, look at your opponent's hand and trash 1 card in it. So you can kind of throw away the most important card they have. If your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, place one of your opponent's Digimon under one of your opponent's other Digimon as their bottom Digivolution cards. That was kind of the same thing that Astral Snatcher did. And then all turns, once per turn. So you could do this on both you and your opponent's turn, only once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon Digivolves, or an effect places a Digivolution card under one of your opponent's Digimon, by trashing 1 card in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, trash the top card of their security stack. I mean, I'd say that's pretty good. Definitely if you're facing like a deck like an Alphamon deck, you would... I think Bagra would probably counter them immediately. Very cool art, but this is most definitely something you'd have to synergize an entire deck around, so... You can't really... It's very restrictive in that way. Anyway, very cool cards. Let's open up the next pack. I'm still hoping to see the greatest tits on planet Earth, but, not all that glitters is gold, and not everything you get will be sold. Whatever the fuck that means. Whatever the fuck that means. Oh, there you go. Hopefully you guys could hear me struggle and then pull it out. You know what happens when you pull it out? You're not going to have children. That's good. Anyway, another Muso Nightmon. We got Soulmon. That's most definitely Myosmon's manor in the background. Very interesting. Huh? You can't even see their eyes. I don't even think, that one doesn't even look like it has eyes. I just hit the card. Anyway, another good Koki art. Its ability is Retaliation, and alterns all of your Digimon with Retaliation gain plus 2,000 DP. So instead of it being 4,000, it's always going to be, 6,000. So if you base like a deck around like, Retaliation, then this might have like a good card just to be stuck on the field for a while. You just kind of hope you're not facing something green so they could take it out. It's weird. You have to find a way to protect it. Then it has no inheritable, so it could be like a good centerpiece card to kind of like make sure that you can get stronger, but it might be a little bit hard to keep alive. Anyway, oh, oh, this is not purple. Where's purple? There they are. Anyway, we got a Yokomon. You may be wondering, what is that weird cat thing? Well, that was Akio's like emoji character, or just kind of like their avatar before anybody knew who she was. So that's just Akio, but like while she was training Yokomon. So there's that little reference. They're just kind of hanging out in File City. She's like, what the fuck is this shit? Anyway, Yokomon's inheritable says, on deletion, if you have a red tamer in play, draw one card. It's really weird to have red cards that have on deletion effects. It's just strange because you really don't want to be doing that. But drawing one, not bad. If you mix it with the rest of the Bergermon stuff, you could get pretty high, I'd say. Anyway, not a bad card, but definitely a situational one. Alright, Ninjamon again. Greymon X Antibody. Something new. We got Edamon. Got a lot of Edamon cards, but this one's like the first one that's dual color, I think. Anyway, it has a Digivolve 3 from a level 4 Sukamon. And then, when Digivolving or on play, by trashing one card with Sukamon and its names from your hand, or in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, until the end of your opponent's turn, when your opponent gets negative 3,000 DP and gains Security Attack -1. So it's definitely feeling more like a yellow card than it is a black card, but interesting. This inheritable is all turns when this Digimon would be deleted. By deleting one of your other Digimon with Sukamon in its name, prevent that deletion. So I think that's the same ability that the other Sukamon had. Interesting. The art is, not really sure if I like this art. It's okay. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe just like the shading's in weird places, I'll tell you what. Not a bad card, but maybe a bad card. Not a bad card, maybe a bad card. Alright, we got Snow Goblinmon, or Ice Goblinmon, depending on what you're playing. This is the de-evolution of Higoamon, or Hyogamon. There we go. I don't know if I like this card's art that much. The Koki kind of struck out on this one, I guess. I don't know what is about it. Maybe just there's kind of just like a warm colors all around. Not enough colds, I'd say. Anyway, it's a vanilla card. Very interesting poses they've got, but yeah, not that great of a card. I would say probably don't use it. Probably don't use it. Alright, we got Clavis Angemon, otherwise known as CV Angemon, if you're playing World DS. This one definitely, it's weird, because this one originated from World 4? Yeah, definitely not one of my favorite Digimon games. We've seen references to, like, World 3 and World 1. When are we going to get references to 2 and 4? Like, there have been, like, in Hyper Coliseum, one of the longest-running Digimon card games, only in Japan, there were references to World 4 in that game. I'm going to wait until I see Doraemon with a fucking sword in Digimon Card Game, and then I'll say they've jumped the shark. They've definitely brought one of the worst games into the mix. Anyway, Clavis Angemon's ability is when Digivolving, if you have 5 or fewer cards in your stack, recovery +1. Not bad. Put yourself at 6, or just kind of let yourself get a little bit higher. Then opponent's turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 4,000 DP for the turn. Could definitely punish some rookie rushdown. Or just make it so you could stack it with something else. It's kind of hard to stack it because it's going to be on their turn. So they're just going to go back to normal when it begins your turn. So definitely going to want to be aiming at like something that's weak to get rid of their DP. So, interesting. Art's a little bit basic, but not much you can do with Clavis Angemon anyway. Alright, put that one over there. We got Dracomon. I like this one. This is a good one from Koki. You can see Agumon in the background screaming at him. You can see Baby Domon and Pettymon, which I believe is the name of the fresh or slash baby of it. So, Dracomon's ability is Digivolve 0 from Baby Domon instead of Baby Germon, but, you know, they don't do that here for some reason. Your turn, once per turn, when you would play another Digimon with Dracmon in its name, or Dramon in its name, or Blue Flare in its traits, draw 1, because Dracomon had something to do with Blue Flare, because of, you know, Kiria. And then its inheritable is your turn, once per turn, when you would play another Digimon with Dramon in its name, or Blue Flare in its traits, gain 1 memory. Not a great ability down here, but I think this, the main ability itself, it might be worth something. Could be another one of those cards you just kind of keep out, but it's very vulnerable. It might just be kind of a one-time thing. Okay. Very cool art, though. I'll always appreciate when good art is made. Excuse me. Alright. We got Agumon X, otherwise known as Black Agumon X. It is a 0 from regular Agumon. Then, on play and when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with X or with Greymon or X antibody in its name. And 1 black tamer among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. So, definitely synergizes with Yuya and the Greymon line. Art's a little bit strange with all these other black Agumons just kind of like fading into the background. It's interesting. Alright, let's get a move on. Alright, now we finally have Biomon with Akio. So, very interesting right here. I don't know where they are. Voice crack. Anyway, very nice art. Just kind of like a calm one. Anyway, Biomon's ability is on play. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with vaccine in its traits. So, now we're finally going to the vaccine virus data thing. And 1 red tamer among them to your hands. This could even target somebody like Sora or something if you're going for like a Sora Biomon instead. Gotta drink water if you want to stay alive, bitch. Anyway. Place the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. Then its inheritable is on deletion if you have a red tamer in play, gain 1 memory. So out of the whole, like, you know, Biomon line so far, this one's got the weakest on deletion. I think probably, like, you know, the other ones have a lot better ones. Though I do like the art, so let it pass. We've got so many, alternative arts. It could just be that it's part of the campaign rare stuff, but we finally got Nikolai Petrov. Everybody just calls him Nico, because he wants to say it, the Russians! You Russian Rutsky! Anyway, he's just kind of hanging out at the gym with Galmon and Togemon. His ability is, start of your main phase, one of your Digimon with Galmon or Galgamon in its name gain jamming for the turn. Then, your turn, when an effect adds cards to your opponent's hand, by suspending this tamer you can gain 1 memory. Not great for its second effect, but I think that first effect is probably pretty useful, because just every single turn you can gain jamming on something that you need it to. Because that just makes it so that if you fight a security Digimon, you never die. So, you know, second ability, crap. First ability, pretty damn good. And then security is just place this one out. I just really like it for the art. Feels like it's nice to get to see more art from Redigitize, since, like, you know, you don't get to see that much in America. So, very cool, very cool. Alright, let's go again. I'm still hoping to get the biggest bazonkas of all time, wherever she may hiding. She's hiding out there in those wood piles, waiting for you to pick her up, like a spider. It's a reference to a very old song that my dad used to sing, because he knew a band back in college. He doesn't remember the name of the band, nor the name of the song. He only remembers one line from it. Spiders hiding in a woodpile, waiting for you to pick them up. Spiders hiding in a woodpile, they're gonna fuck you up. And as a kid, he would never say the fuck part, but, you know, I say it now just because it sounds better. Up and fuck rhyme, my dude. Anyway, first one of the pack. Seems like there's another cool thing back there. Find a lot of cool stuff. Anyway, another Madoki Betamon. Bo. Another Megalo Spark. Sunomon. See, we're running into the ones that are all copies, and that's good by me. Ogremon. Alright, new one. We got Crimson Flare with Phoenixmon sending out its attack. Hopefully we'll be able to get at least Phoenixmon so that we can finish the whole Biomon line. I mean, we've already got another Phoenixmon, but I want to see like what happens at the end of that whole evolution thing. So, I'm curious. Anyway. Crimson Flare. Its ability is main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 or less. Then if you have a red tamer in play, activate the on-deletion effects of your red Digimon with vaccine in its traits. Activate one of the on-deletion effects of your red Digimon with vaccine in its traits. Maybe Phoenixmon itself has an on-deletion effect, and that's what it's talking about. Activate it without deleting it. So, deleting a Digimon is okay. I'm just really wondering what the Phoenixmon's ability is. We're going to have to see, I guess. Then security is just activating it. It's very cool art, but I'm still curious to see what the synergy with that is. Anyway, we've got Getamon, who is like the weird Numemon who's yellow. I guess this one is piss and the other one is vomit. So, that's my explanation. Anyway, Garamon's ability is... The name of this Digimon / card... card / Digimon is also treated as Numemon. And on play, by trashing one card with Numemon, Sukamon, Nanimon, or Etamon in its names in his hand, you can draw 2 cards. So, not bad. Kind of like, you know, you have to play it for 3, but then again, that's just the cost of a rookie, so... Not bad at all. No inheritable, though, so... you kind of just want it dead. Another Ninjamon. They seem to be the most common. Alright, we got Shoutmon times 3! This is a different Shoutmon times 3 than the one you can get in Cross Encounter, so... A little bit different. Let's see what it does. Very cool art, though. It feels a lot more metal and like deadly. So it has material save 2... And then start your turn by deleting this Digimon, gain 1 memory. Why would you do that? On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Then add 2 cards with Crossheart or Blue Flare in their traits among them to your hand. Place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. Yeah, I don't know why you would use that start of turn unless you... It's not like the other Shoutmon times 4 or 3, which tells you to kill the card after it's been used. This one can stick to the field, so... I don't know. Anyway, it has Shoutmon, Ballistamon, and Darulamon as part of its Digicross. So you could take it down to 1 cost if you had all those. So that's pretty cheap. I'd say this card is at least okay, at least for the on-play effect, and just having like an okay kind of champion might be a little bit lackluster, but I like the art, so you know me. I like art. Let's see. We got ourselves another Snatchmon. Gotta talk about the Snatch, bud. Alright, we got Devimon, who I'm guessing is going to have some kind of synergy with the Angemon we just saw, or we saw a little bit ago. His ability is your turn. When you have a yellow Digimon or Tamer in play, this Digimon gains Rush and Retaliation. Not great an ability, but no. Art is kind of cool. It's kind of creepy. That's all I can really say. Not a great card. You kind of suck, Devitmon. Oh, well. This one is just a foil version of that Ogremon we already saw. Finally, we have Ulforce Vidramon. Pretty awesome. I don't remember if she actually had an Ulforce by the end of the game. I think she did. Anyway, we had a lot of different Ulforces in our lives. We have so many different versions of Ulforce Vidramon at this point. Anyway, very cool art. And its ability is... Oh, you can even see Taiga right back there. And War Greymon. I wonder why War Greymon's back there. Usually it's supposed to be Rust Tyrannomon, but, you know, maybe they just was like, you know, War Greymon, he's the main Digimon of everybody. When are they going to start releasing cards for Survive? Also voice crack. I want to see some cards for Survive at some point. I think that'd be fucking awesome. We'll have to wait a couple more sets. I'm guessing they're going to wait a while until they at least kind of accept that, oh, I guess everybody that wanted to play Survive has played Survive. And most likely completed it, so... No point in, like, kind of hiding them anymore. Let's just use them. There's a lot of cool characters that I would want to see cards for. Anyway, Ulforce Vidramon's ability is when Digivolving, you may play 1 blue Tamer from your hand without paying its cost, also, as you can see down there. At least we got some kind of, you know, thing. Though I forget how old Rena is. That'd be bad. Anyway, your turn. When you play a blue tamer, unsuspend this Digimon. And your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended, return one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon to their hand. For every blue tamer you have in play, add one to the max level that can be chosen by this effect. So, if you have like a ton of Rinas on the field, you could definitely like, throw like fucking level 7s away back to the hand every time you just, become unsuspended. So, I think this is a pretty damn good card. It's also a really good looking card, so I can't complain. We've got a lot of super rares so far, but we're still on the lookout for the super rare we need. The one we praise, the one we've been worshipping for so long. The one we've needed, but is hiding. I don't even know if she's a super rare. She could just be a fucking rare, and I just don't know it. Alright. Another Dokunamon. Another Digitamamon. Well, this is not Shoutmon. I guess it's going to do the same thing as the other one. This is actually Shoutmon plus Star Sword. So it's not Shoutmon times 1 or whatever. It's just Shoutmon plus Star Sword. Anyway, interesting little one. It has a 5 play cost. This Digimon is also traded as Starmons and Shoutmon. Material save plus just material save 1. Then on play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 3000 DP for the turn. Then if Digicrossing with 2 cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2000 DP or less. This is definitely a very early game Digicross, knowing that it only takes Shoutmon and Starmons. But it's only a -1, so you can only really put this down to a 3 cost if you have those. So it's a very early game card. Very early game. I'm not sure how useful it would be in late game. And we just have so many Ogremons, dude. Just another Ogremon. Alright, Blue Marimon. Oh, shit! What card was that? Oh, it is something new, but, Vemmon is right there, so we're just going to do an Indiana Jones real quick. You'll just never know what's behind that until you know. Anyway, the card that fell by complete accident was Penguinmon. It's a very strange guy. Penguinmon is always just like a kind of nothing Digimon because it doesn't have like a direct evolution that looks cool. So it's just kind of like a penguin. Anyway, Penguinmon's ability is on play by placing one blue level 3 Digimon card or one Digimon card with Aqua or Sea Animal in one of its traits from your hand under this Digimon's Bomb Digivolution cards, draw 1. So you can already get a Bomb Digivolution card just by summoning this guy, so might be worthwhile. So you could already have an inheritable plus draw 1, but he has no inheritable himself, so little bit of a hard trick right there. I'm not sure. Anyway, what was up next? So there was something new. It's Agumon with Taiga. So, kind of like one of the box art guys, like one of the guys over there. So that's cool. Anyway, Agumon's ability is on play. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add one Tamer among them to your hand. Place the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. He's definitely... I wish he targeted more than just a Tamer, but I guess if you really want Taiga, I guess you could get him kind of easily. Though the Taiga you get from this set is not all that great. You'd kind of want to go for the Taiga that's from like the OG set, like BT3/1. So, I don't know. This inheritable is your turn. While you have a Tamer in play, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. Not a great Agumon. Taiga is really fucking failing at this point. I think Akio and fucking Nico are definitely passing him by. You gotta step it up, man. Oh shit, I've never seen a combo like this. Blue and purple. Maybe I have, but I don't have a remembrance of remembering that. So this is a new color combo. Anyway, we got Waru Seedramon. Not Mega Seedramon, we got Waru Seedramon. Anyway, his on play and when digivolving is, you may play one purple or blue level 3 card from one of your blue or purple or blue Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So you can just kind of multiply rookies, I guess. This inheritable is all turns once per turn. When you would play a Digimon by an effect, gain 1 memory. Not a great ability, but I really like the art. The art is very cool looking. Oh boy, that Go-san guy. He also did the what's it called? The Edamon one that I didn't really like. But I think I just like I like it when the shading is good. It's not the best shaded, but I think it's okay. Got another Vmon. Alright, we got a foil version of Dark Florizamon. Ah, we got Metal Greymon X Antibody. He is very cool. He looks a lot different than the regular Metal Greymon X Antibody. Black Metal Greymon X Antibody is a very different looking Digimon, and he looks fucking awesome. So, he is a 1 from Metal Greymon. It says, when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon can't have its DP reduced by your opponent's effects, and it isn't affected by D-Digivolve. Then, if Metal Greymon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 or less DP. And I guess it's a protection and a deletion card, but it's just not... The effects don't go far enough for it to be, like, really worth something. Very awesome art, though. And its inheritable says, opponent's turn once per turn. When a Digimon becomes unsuspended, if this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Now, that would probably be worth something. Like, at the beginning of every turn, if they attacked last turn, you can just start milling them. Not in deck, but in, in health. So, this is a very cool card. Very cool. Okay, do we have enough for another one? I think we have enough for another one. I think we've definitely shredded through the packs enough so that we're going to run into a lot of commons, and all of the more newer ones are going to be a lot less common, meaning we're going to run into, we can skip through them pretty easily. Alright, we have another Soulmon, stealing your soul. Got another Penguinmon, another Yokomon. This is something different. We got High Mega Blast. Guessing this is either for Hercules Kabuterimon or Hercules Kabuterimon X. Since that's the Digimon that, doesn't get seen a lot. Hercules Kabuterimon X. He's really cool looking. He's a lot cooler than the OG. Then High Mega Blaster's ability is main. Choose one of your Digimon with Insect in its traits. Suspend 2 of the opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to the DP of the chosen Digimon. Then one of your opponent's suspended Digimon can't unsuspend your opponent's next unsuspend phase. So it's a very complicated card, but it has a lot to do with stopping your opponent from attacking. So interesting. The security just says suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon. So I guess you could stop them from attacking again if they attack in security. It could be a useful card. I just need to find situations in which it would be. So now we have a Toy Agumon that is called something different. Like we saw a Shadow Toy Agumon earlier, but it was still called Toy Agumon. This one's actually called Clear Agumon. He's a vanilla, but I've always enjoyed the design of Toy Agumon, so cool to see he's getting a little bit more love. We really need to see a Toy Greymon. The card games could do it. They could do it, man. They're just cowards. Another Garudamon. Blue Meramon. Alright, Grapleomon. That was most definitely the ultimate of Bearmon. Or Grizzlymon. Anyway, he's also got Raid as an ability. And his inheritable says, your turn once per turn. This Digimon's attack target is switched. Trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Damn, that'd be a good combo. That's a good Wombo combo. The art's a little bit lackluster, but it's more like I just don't know where he is right now. Just kind of standing around in a random place. I like it, though. Alright. We got Mach Galgamon. Now, this one's going to be a long text to read. Alright. He's just sitting out there with Nico. So, very cool art. It says, when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gains Blocker. And it gets plus 2,000 DP for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand. I mean, if you're fighting another blue deck, that would be useful since, they'd have a ton of cards. But if you're fighting other decks, it might be a little bit more situational. Anyway, his inheritable is, all turns, once per turn, when an effect adds cards to your opponent's hand, unsuspend this Digimon. Now, that would be a lot more worth than just gaining a memory. This would be like, you can make yourself attack again. If you force your opponent to draw somehow, then you could just keep attacking. So that'd be cool. Anyway, very cool card. Got another Waru Seedramon. Foil Vmon. King Sukamon, which is the last card of this, who shows up in some games, but I most definitely remember him from Digitize, since he was just in a random room, and he would just, let you turn your Digimon into Sukamon randomly. Don't know why you would do that, but, you have the option. Anyway, he is an ultimate level, and he is a 3 from a level 4 Sukamon. On play and when Digivolving, if your opponent has 16 or more cards in their trash, or you have 3 or more cards with Sukamon in their names in your trash, change one of your opponent's Digimon into a white Digimon with 3000 DP and an original name of Sukamon until the end of your opponent's turn. I guess that's kind of referencing how he could turn Digimon into Sukamon. So he's kind of like changing a good Digimon into complete and utter trash. That's funny. When attacking, for each Digimon with Sukamon in its name in play, this Digimon gets +1 security attack. So you could like change your opponent into Sukamons and then just get things out of that. That seems pretty useful. But only on play and when Digivolving. So if you have multiple King Sukamons, it would probably be pretty worth it. Then when attacking, for each other Digimon with Sukamon in its names in play, Digimon gets +1 security attack. That was what it was. Anyway, the inheritable says all turns, when this Digimon would be deleted by deleting one other Digimon with Sukamon in its name to prevent the deletion. That seems to be very common throughout this Sukamon archetype. So, I really like this card. This is the first Sukamon card I would actually play. It seems to be synergy in there. Anyway, we're going to have to end this episode because we've gone just a little bit over time. So, next time on opening Digimon card packs, I don't even think we're halfway through. This might be a 5-episode extravaganza with a new pack. So, we're going to have a lot to do, but I'll see you guys next time.